All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mixtape Show. It is time for the Mixtape Show Listening Sessions. It's one of my favorite segments that we do, man. We get to crack into these new albums that these artists put out, and it's definitely this project that we're going to review tonight, man. It's an incredible project, man. And this artist goes by the name of Nam Nitty, Monopoly Family Zone. And I feel like Thanos right now, man. I collected all the stones because I finally had all you guys on the show now within the past year, man. So, Nam Nitty, man, welcome to the Mixtape Show, brother. How you?
Peace, man. Peace. I can't call it, man. I'm all right, man. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem, man. Monopoly Family. We're gonna get into that a little bit later, man. You part of the crew now. Like I said, I finally had everybody on the show. Got to chop it up with everybody, and I love the movement, man. I love what y'all doing. And it's like you part of the crew now, and you doing your thing with this Crack Baby album that you just released, and project's out, man. So how you feeling about it right now?
I'm feeling real good, man. It's being received well. Right now, I just feel like I put out probably one of the best albums of this year, man. You know what I mean? I'm real proud of myself.
I can definitely say it. I can agree with that, my brother. It's definitely I know DJ Drama coined the phrase quality street music, and this is that category for me. Is this that quality street music as far as the way you themed out the project, talking about the Reagan era with the crack and how it kind of destroyed us, our community, and just kind of telling your story behind it, man. It's definitely a dope concept, man. I appreciate what you put out with this joint right here, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So how long did it take for you to kind of put it together? How long did the recording process, or when you first thought about doing this, man? How long did it take you to actually do the whole thing?
It took me literally a month to put the whole project together.
Word. Oh, word. Okay.
It was a 3-step process. First process was collecting the beats. I did the beats myself. I produced the whole project myself.
Okay.
So first was collecting the beats. I wanted the soundtrack to represent, the times. I wanted to capture a time period, somewhat of a concept album, like the Good Kid, Mad City thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like the concept album. I wanted to capture a time. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like that was what I aimed out to do, and I definitely accomplished that.
Yeah, for sure. And like that subject matter too, man. Like I said, the 80s and the crack era, the Reagan era, destroyed a lot of communities and families, man. And just listening to a lot of the skits that you use and the sound bites from press conferences and stuff like that. For me, it brought up a lot of memories, man. Because like I said, I have family members who went through it, dealing with the drugs and everything, and had family members who dealt the drugs, you know what I mean? So it was it brought up some memories seeing that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that was the whole purpose of the album. I mean, that was the whole purpose behind the name. Like I said, the thought process was I grabbed first part of the thought process was the name.
Mm-hmm.
Was the title. Actually, I came up with the title first. How I came up with the title, I mean, I'm sitting there. I think I was listening. I think the Baby had came on the radio, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, crack, 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 and the Baby came on the radio.
Yeah.
I swear it almost was that simple. But we all come from. If you come from that era, that time, like I said, I was trying to capture a time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come from that time, or you have, you are relatable with that time period. You understand that we all are crack babies in one way or another. Like you said, we all was affected in one way or another by, rather if it's our parents, friends, whatever the case may be. Like we all was affected by this, rather if they were using it or smoking it, you know what I mean, or selling it or whatever the case may be. That makes us all crack babies.
Yeah, definitely, man. So Nam Nitty, man, what's your background, bro? Born and raised, and when how long have you been recording professionally?
I am from the Mecca, and I am from. Well, a lot of people might take that a wrong way, but it is the home of Rakim, who a lot are considering the god. You know what I mean, of this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I consider this the Mecca.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But But I'm from Long Island, man. Huntington, South Huntington. You know what I mean? I've been rhyming for a long time, man. But crafting together, this is my first album. But I've been putting together mixtapes and EPs and stuff for a while.
And have you been doing production through the whole process too, or is that something that you kind of just picked up here recently, or have you always been into the production?
You know, I guess you could say I've always been into production, like, right? You know, not to really just to drag the story out real quick, but starting out, you know what I mean? I was always interested. Like, if I look back at my career, I look at everything that, you know, that I've been doing at this point in time, like, when I started, the guys who put me in the studio, they would never let me touch the equipment.
Yeah.
Never let me touch the equipment. I go to want to make a beat, they'll always tell me, concentrate on your raps. And, you know what I mean? But he was a rapper slash, you know what I'm saying? So I used to throw that in there. When I throw that in there, the next thing he'll say is, well, if you break it, can you pay for this shit?
Yeah.
And if you know, like MPCs and Tritons and shit, that shit was like $2,000-$3,000 at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or better. You know what I mean? So that instantly just killed my dispute. That just killed my dispute right there.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to break it. I can't fool with that.
You know what? You got it, homie. You got it. But you know what I'm saying? Nah, but I've always been, and I mean, I guess I've always been intrigued with that part of the creative process of everything. So when it came to the point where I started to, I came across a little bit of equipment of myself, you know what I mean? It was just like an easy transition, you could say, so to speak. You know what I mean? I was the kid that would beatbox to Scooby-Doo when it came on. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And plus it's dope too, because you can't be held up as far as when you're working on projects, you got to wait for a producer to hurry up and do something. They'll send you something because you like, all right, I got a stash, so let's go.
That's what I mean. Like, Crack Baby was kind of put together in that type of fashion. Like, all of those beats, like, I didn't make anything fresh. Those was all, you know, that was all from the collection, just putting together from the collection. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, you know, just putting it, another reason is because I felt like us as New Yorkers, we don't have no identity as far as musically, sonically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sonically, to be more specifically, we don't have a sound. I mean, shout out to Griselda, shout out to Rock Marciano, shout out to all those that are still walking that Underground Railroad, but like, you know what I mean? Like myself, but at the same time, like, you know, I felt like we didn't have no sound, so I took it upon myself to try to create a sound for us.
There you go, brother. There you go, man. Well, as customary, what we do here in the show, man, we always kick it off with the intro track, and this is going to be titled "Crack Baby Intro." And like I said, you got one of those sound bites that struck a chord when I heard this. So, like I said, man, let's get this listening session started with Crack Baby Intro. We got the homie Nam Nitty in the building, Monopoly family in the building, and we'll talk about that when we get back, man. We'll talk about Monopoly family and how you got hooked up with them. All right.
Let's get it.
All right, we'll be right back. Let's get into this joint real quick.
Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear.
I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help you God.
So help me God.
When I was 15, they showed me how to chef the butter. The same people that was getting high with my mother. With no question, I love her, wouldn't trade her for another. All the trials and tribulations made a nigga tougher. I can't vouch for them, but me, I'm from the gutter. Trying to stay away from them ratchet bitches and undercovers. I fuck her just like I love her, then I think nothing of her. Nino Brown, I cancel that bitch and buy another. My granny couldn't save me, the streets took a hold of her, baby. Moving that white all night, that Slim Shady. Kept a little 380 case a nigga tried to play me. Catch you on a date, and I clap at you and your lady. Fuck them niggas, I crush Crush them niggas with one verse. The funeral service, and guess who pulling up in that hearse? The Grim Reaper and the Champ hoodie with cheddar Timbos. Drive by and let it fly out the window.
Today, there's a new epidemic. Smoking cocaine, otherwise known as crack.
Product of Reaganomics, yeah, we all crazy. Fuck it, that's how they made me, I'm a crack baby. I can make it flip, take 40, make it 80. Get money like we in the 80s, we them crack babies. Mommy getting high, daddy acting like he never made me. It's like they forgot about his crack babies. Product of Reaganomics, yeah, we all crazy.
Drugs
Fuck it,
are
that's how they
menacing
made
our
me, I'm a
society.
crack baby.
They're threatening our values and undercutting our institutions.
Fuck it, that's how they made me, I'm a crack baby. Mama made me, the streets raised me. God forbid the same shit takes me. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, we can all be legit, living life with no worries about feds kicking in our shit. I rap like, hey, bitches on my dick. I'm strapped like, hey, nigga tryna book me for my shit. Paranoid, maybe it's the weed. Moving at a high speed, I need a few mil to feed my greed. Pray my enemies bleed, my seeds need daddy here. So I'm busting my gun with no fear of repercussion from law enforcement. There's no need for a coffin, soak niggas in gasoline and torture. It's the kind of shit that happens often. Searching for a bigger portion, the kind you only see when you bossing. Pay the price no matter what it's costing. It's too late for him, we already lost. What?
These are a measure of our commitment and emerging signs
Late
that
for
we
him, we
can
already
defeat this
lost.
enemy.
Product of Reaganomics, yeah, we all crazy. Fuck it, that's how they made me, I'm a crack baby. I can make it flip, take 40, make it 80. Get money like we in the 80s, we them crack babies. Mommy getting high, daddy acting like he never made me. It's like they forgot about his crack babies. Product of Reaganomics, yeah, we all crazy. Fuck it, that's how they made me, I'm a crack baby. Yeah, fuck it, that's how they made me, I'm a crack baby.
37 federal agencies are working together in a vigorous national effort. And by next year, our spending for drug law enforcement will have more than tripled from its 1981 levels. We have increased seizures of illegal drugs. Last year alone, over 10,000 drug criminals were convicted, and nearly $250 million of their assets were seized by the DEA, the Drug Enforcement
that
Administration.
Crack baby intro right there, man. You set the tone for the project with that joint right there, brother.
Yeah, man. I mean, I remember growing up and hearing the story, you know, the Ronald Reagan and the Contra story, you know, as a kid. You know what I mean? That's how crazy that shit was. Kid, single digit
Yeah.
kid. You know what I mean? I was a single digit age kid. So in that time period. So I was just a real nosy little kid, but I remember, you know what I'm saying, hearing that like Ronald Reagan and his administration was a part of that. So I grew up, I literally grew up feeling like Ronald Reagan was responsible for my mother's addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like George Bush was responsible for my mother's addiction. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know what I mean? I think, you know, for me personally, on a personal standpoint, the first person that I wanted to be heard on this album was Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as conceptual wise, for me personally, it was no other way to start it.
Yeah. And even looking back at it now, bro, and like we going through now where, you know, people are saying like the opiates addiction is a quote unquote crisis and they want to get help for those people. But it's kind of like, what happened to the 80s when people was in the ghetto struggling? You know what I'm saying? What was that at? He was locking us up.
They failed us, bro. The government failed us. Like the government failed us. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like having somebody as close as my mother to being an addict, man. Like, you know what I mean? I felt that pain. I felt that pain firsthand. So
yeah,
I know exactly what that is. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
same here, man. I had like I said, my dad, he dabbled in the drugs and drinking a lot, and like I said, one fed off the other, and then like I said, aunts and uncles, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing them grow up, so it was kind of like, you know,
everybody in my family at one point on both sides.
Yeah. And I was like, there's nothing more chilling and nothing more humbling than seeing your family members in the street pushing a cart. You know what I mean?
I you know what I mean? But see, that's the thing about it. Back then, like with that shit, you know what I mean? It was they were they were able to hide that shit. It wasn't even with my peoples, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were able to hide that. So you couldn't even really just look at them and tell that they was sick or caught up or whatever the case may be. You can't even look at them and tell that like that. You know what I mean? Because they was able to, you know, they were still living everyday lives at the same time.
For sure, man. Well, let's get into this next joint, man. Anytime, any place. I like this joint because the creativity and the production of this joint. You flipped that Janet Jackson joint with this one, and
yeah, man, I feel like, you know, like Kendrick. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? Kendrick, I feel like they did it one way with that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Sitting up in the trap one day, me and my man, we sitting here, and shout out to my man Jay, my cousin J Rock. You know what I mean? We was sitting around, and he gave me the idea and the concept of this joint. He's like, yo, you know what you should sample? You know, because I always take, you know, you real hip hop historian. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? And music, my whole family, we just based around this music shit. So, yeah. You know, and he said he like, yo, you should sample that Janet Jackson shit. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not even really paying attention to him. As soon as I listened to him as he said it, as soon as it came off his lips, I was like, shit in the back of my mind. I'm like, Kendrick already did that. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But he kept going on with the concept of the song. Like, nah, you gotta flip it, go all the way. If he went right, you gotta go all the way left. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a creative joy, bro. And it's featuring an artist named Chop. Who's Chop? Yeah, man, that was one of my young boys. Like I said, you know what I mean? He was like, if you're gonna do this, you gotta go all the way left. He went all the way right to the females. You gotta go all the way left to the street. Yeah. You know? I had came up with the concept and everything, and I felt one of my young boys, man, he's a dope spitter. Shout out to Chop. Chop locked up right now. Shout out to Free Chop. He locked up in the feds right now, but he be home soon. Nice. Well, dope, man. Let's get into this anytime, any place. We got the homie Nam Nitty rocking with us here on the Mixtape Show Listening Sessions. Yo, this album is bananas, brother. It's tough, man. It's real tough. It's in my personal collection too. So, you know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate what you did with this joint, man. Y'all hear that? if it's in his personal collection, you need it in your shit. Yeah, it should be. Definitely, brother. Definitely. It's some artists I just got their music in the collection for the show, and then there's some artists that I carry with me in my phone, and this joint that you got out here, Crack Baby. It's in my joint to rock with me everywhere, man. Thank you. All right, man. Let's get to this anytime, any motherfucking place. Let's go.
Hey, niggas up mad early getting that paper, huh?
Still got bagged, son.
What happened?
Thursday I got bagged.
Boy, what happened, son?
This nigga on the fucking roof, man.
Who?
Yeah, man.
What you doing?
Shot this nigga, man. Now I got still burning, man.
Nitty! Looking up and down the block with a pocket full of rocks. Burner on my hip with some loud in my sock. Watching for the cops, put my eyes on a dollar. Trying to put a big ass Cuban on my collar. Air Max 95's my dope boy kicks. She trying to put her lips on the dope boy dick. Gotta driving me around while I'm making all my hits. Seen 100 grams, dumb bitch, thought it was a brick. Now she think I'm rich, so I'm moving out of crib. Drinking all the juice, playing trouble with her kids. It's fucked up, I know, but that's how it is. All she want is rough sex, and she let a nigga live. Stayed in the projects on the first floor. Hit my line anytime, don't be knocking at the door. Close the blinds, lock doors when we cooking up the raw. Straight drop out the pot, guaranteed to want more, and I got more. Yeah, I got it, nigga. Yeah, I'll serve it, nigga.
I'm out here smoking weed, speaking, all that, dog. Fuck that, that's me.
Yeah, I got it, nigga. Yeah, I'll serve it, nigga.
Let's go.
Young dope nigga, known for selling dope, nigga. Call me anything you want except a broke nigga. Shit was looking bad, I gave my hood hope, nigga. No feelings in this game, I serve whoever smoke, nigga. Hustle by any means, few times I sold soap, nigga. My hood like quicksand and they ain't throwing ropes, nigga. Gotta grind for my son, paint that perfect picture. But I can't get him what he need just by making wishes. So I be working every day, but I ain't punching clocks. Minimum wage and paying bills, so I play the block. Doing magic with this Yola jar and a pot. You ain't buying or selling, why you in the spot? Franklin saying in my hood, the way I serve the rock. I serve you anywhere, anytime, any block. Ain't got no plastic, take it in your hand, it's ready rock. I got that shit that made Bobby Joe Millie rock.
Yeah, I got it, nigga. Yeah, I serve a nigga.
I'm out here smoking weed, speeding, all that, dog. Fuck that, that's me.
Yeah, I got it, nigga. Yeah, I serve a nigga.
Fucking feds hit us today, man. What? You know what I'm saying? They got fucking Mark Lounge out there in Omaha, and the feds in front of my fucking crib right now, man. Shit. They fucking probably got Keish, man. This shit is crazy, man. And this stupid motherfucking knowledge, man. As soon as he gets knocked, calls my crib from out there, man. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? That's your man. That's your man. You sure it's the feds? Dog, you think I don't know the fucking feds when I see them?
Anytime, any place, featuring the homie Chop. Free Chop, right? Free Chop.
Yeah. Free chop, man. Southside forever.
There you go, man. There you go, man. So what's been the reception for the project, man? What have you been hearing about the overall?
Man, I've been getting great reception from the project, man. You know, from the production to the rhymes to the features, you know what I mean, to the videos. I also got a couple videos out from the project on YouTube. You can go check that out. That's on Nam Nitty, NAMNITTY. Find some of them videos from this Crack Baby album on there.
Yeah. So Monopoly family, man. Monopoly is the family. Like I said, I had the brothers on the show a couple times now. Like I said, I got the Thanos gauntlet now of hip hop. I had all you guys on the show now, and the movement is crazy, bro. As far as how y'all move, man, y'all move. Me and my squad, we call it separate together, where everybody's kind of doing their thing, but it's kind of like when we form like Voltron, it's a problem, man. And that's what I see in Monopoly family, man. So how'd you link up with Jigs and then Rockwell's and the rest of the and everybody else?
It's crazy. Me and Jigs, we have a relationship beyond music. We met doing shows.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do a lot of shows together. I like to call it a Long Island chitlin circuit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We was doing a lot of the same shows, a lot of the same places and everything, and we gained a relationship. You know what I mean? He's from one place on Long Island, I'm from the other. You know what I mean? We gained a relationship throughout the time. You know what I mean? I realized that I like dude person. John is a great person. Period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I met dude and I liked him on a personal level. Fuck the music. You know what I'm saying? So as years went by, you know what I mean? I already have my own company as well, Secret Society Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother, Mad Max, you know what I mean, co-founders of that. So you know what I mean. It just made sense to link both of the things together.
You know form like Voltron and just make it even stronger than what it is now, right?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying, and bro, like I said, bro, you know what I mean, bro. He popping out here, so you know what I mean. He extended his hand out to me to make sure that I'm in the same position.
Yeah, and we'll get into that feature that you got them on. What about a problem? We're gonna get a new problem. What about it now? We're gonna probably get a new Monopoly album here in a minute.
Yeah, we working on Monopoly Mayhem 2 right now. Actually, the group project. You know what I mean. We putting together a couple things right now in the studio. Yeah. As much as we can. You know what I mean. With a few of us being in New York, a few of us being down here.
Down there. So how do you feel when you feed off each other's energy? How do you personally kind of, you get the verses in for certain tracks or whatever? Are you kind of like, man, I can't believe this shit, or kind of like that feeling like, man, these motherfuckers don't even know what they're gonna be in store for. Not the crew, but like the listeners when y'all put it out.
See, that's the thing about it, Monopoly. Every single one of us is spitters. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of us are very capable artists on our own. You know what I mean? I just think that that's what makes the dynamic even crazier, because when we come together for the common cause of a monopoly, You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So I'll tell you what, bro. Let's get into this Famous Flames joint. I like I said, it's towards the end of the album, but I'm gonna jump around here, back and forth. But definitely, since we was talking about the family, definitely wanted to play this joint.
That joint, it's crazy. That joint, right? Like, you know what I mean? We was on tour. We was on tour before everything shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I wanted them on an album, so I'm like, all right, I gotta play a joint. You know, let me play some joints for him. I took over the aux chord.
Mm-hmm.
I played number beats, so my beats the whole time. Like I literally for like 3 hours. I got that much material.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there playing beats. And if you know how, you know what I mean, as a DJ, you probably know you look for the reactions, the body language, facial expressions, right? All of that. You know what I mean? And I wasn't getting them shits from them. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. I wasn't getting none of that, no reactions from these things. So I was pissed off. I went home and the James Brown Get On Up movie was on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching that movie and the Man's World song. He was doing the Man's World shit in the movie. I'm sitting listening to the beat. And I remember I can't remember the name of the song, but it was a Heavy D song on the Big Time album, if I'm not mistaken. But he had that as an intro. He didn't use the Man's World beat, but he used just the intro for his song. You know what I'm saying? And I remember as a kid, I loved that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I never heard it again. Like, you know what I mean? I never heard that until Beanie Siegel. Siegel used it.
Yeah.
The last person that used it was Man's World, Siegel. But you know what I mean? I ain't hear nobody use it with that full impact that like that Heavy D song had made me feel. So I had made that. I chopped that up real quick. Boom, boom. So I sent it to him. When I sent it to him, I sent it to John first. When I sent it to John like, yo, this is crazy. Actually, I sent it to all three of them first at the same time. So I sent it to John. So I guess John thought I just sent it to him. So he like, yo, I'm about to send it to everybody else. This shit is crazy. So now they sitting there going back and forth with each other. But I finally got my features from them.
You got the initial reaction you was looking for, right?
Yeah, I got that reaction I was looking for. Them niggas is like, they had the ugly face on. That's mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, man. You know what I mean? I just wanted to give you some of that real authentic New York shit.
There we go. Like I said, quality street music, man. Let's get into this Monopoly Family feature joint with Nam Nitty. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's gonna be dope, man. I like this one. The Famous Flames. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is start time. Are you ready for start time?
Nitty, look at these faces, niggas fed up. Monopoly money, bitch, I got my bread up. Grimy nigga head tap, fuck a head up. Gotta be joking super soaker, leave a nigga wet up. No need for that vest, pussy, we aiming from the neck up. Keep my knife and I poke him in his neck to make him shut up. Yeah, WCW, give me head when I wake up. Gagging on it, gotta fucking up my makeup. I'm as grimy as I wanna be. When you speaking of a legend, better mention me. When you talking about the Allen, better mention me. Got a couple G's, millionaires, what I'm soon to be. Sex, money, and drugs, really, it's nothing new to me. Touch cake, niggas fake like costume jewelry. Use the fabulous, keep it between you and me. Watching me copying sloppily, but it's only one me. Nitty.
National and international known as the hottest wicked man in show business.
Yeah.
We start the show.
Monopoly fam reppin' the man stepped in. Got a 50-round drum, that's the band section. Talking so damn reckless, but can't test him. Gotta go dumb on you niggas to teach a damn lesson. Chip on my shoulder, I dare a nigga knock it off. Niggas thinking they on my level, I tell them knock it off. Name a rapper who hot a dog, I'm like not at all. Hold it down, there's nothing going down if I'm not involved. Louisville slugger to your noggin, what's poppin'? Send your ass to the blood bank to make a deposit. They can't ride the wave, so they rather try stop it till I lay your ass down like a cut-off stocking. Everybody say they a killer until they meet one. Niggas scream fuck the police and then they need one. Run over niggas just like a speed bump. Ain't worry about the hating cause that's the shit that I feed from. I'm gone.
The amazing Mr. Please himself.
No need to introduce. Rockwell's getting get in the booth, start spitting truth. My style gave birth to your style, labor induced. I'm a bad motherfucker, cause yeah, I'm fucking a tooth. You dudes ain't on the same as we on. You jackasses all ER. You can re-on the drugs that we spittin'. His finger licking, his Popeye. Hot shit, burn when I spit, just like some hot fries. When the mask off, get lost, so call the task force. I don't start shit, but be giving them what they ask for. Catch me rolling deep, just like the Prezi. Backseat, thrown in a leaf, two lezies. I ain't gotta spell the shit out, it could get messy, cause my flow got them wet as a levee up in the Chevy. What else can a hater tell me? All our other autos are semi, nigga. What?
It was indeed a great place to present to you at this particular time, Mr. Dynamite.
Yeah. I told my niggas I'm in kill mode. I've been a student of the game, I made the honor roll. Live nigga, but I'm always on some mellow shit. Swing and let it ring and you get the front of your melon hit. Fuck a gang gang, all you hear is a bang bang. If you see them with me, just know that they do the same thing. Holla, I give it to you, I promise. Playing out the case, I'ma reign like Carl Thomas. My name being mentioned in many circles. Boom, bap, trap, or I could kill them commercial. The talk of New York got heavy, yayo. For the bread, I let it spread, that's heavy mayo. In the kitchen, whipping this light flinching. How I make a brick jump from 1 to 2 chickens. Sitting on something heavy that most of you niggas kill for. BMS shit, Monopoly on the billboard, nigga.
Thank you, and thank you very kindly.
Man, that joint right there, brother. The Famous Flames, featuring the Monopoly family. It's kind of like a dope, kind of like a nice little teaser for the main project that you guys are about to cook up.
And yeah, that's why I ended the project with that record, actually. You know what I mean? I want you to say I know exactly what's coming next.
Yeah. One can only imagine what you guys about to cook up, man. No, man. So I know like you said, we got the Monopoly family joint. You say you got some shows coming up here soon. Things about to open back up for you guys. And speaking of that, man, how have you been dealing with the kind of like not the idle time, but just not moving around as much time with everything that's going on right now?
It was probably one of the best things that as sad as it. It's like an oxymoronic type of thing. Is this quarantine, the corona, the COVID-19 thing was probably one of the best things that happened to me career-wise. You know what I'm saying? It gave me an opportunity to reset. You know what I mean? It gave me an opportunity to you know what I mean, recalibrate it, so to say. You know what I mean? And ever since this shit happened, I was ready before it, but ever since this shit hit, man, I just been a full speed ahead, full throttle. You know what I mean? And a lot of things have been opening up for me. I can only imagine if things was open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard another artist say he was kind of like, you know, it's kind of dope that I'm sitting down on adult timeout right now, because I know once things open up, I know what I don't want to go back to. I don't want to go back to being idle, so I got to go hard for as long as I can. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I already got the new album done already.
Yeah.
The next album done already. That motherfucker already done. That shit already done. I'm looking towards next year already.
Yeah. You already put a wrap on this year, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up with Crack, baby. You know what I mean? This is a strong project, and I'm gonna give it his room to breathe and everything. You know what I mean?
Man. So you got a joint here called the Purple Tape, and all hip hop heads who even know what that phrase means, you know what I'm saying, that's definitely paying homage to probably one of the greatest albums ever put out. You know what I'm saying? The Purple Tape with Ray.
To me it is. To me personally, that is probably the greatest hip hop album. And that's why. Yeah. That song. I would have a song called War Report on there. A song called, you know what I mean? A song called Hell on Earth. Like, yeah. I would, trust me, I would, you know what I mean? Because those songs are just as significant in my life as those are. But those albums, you know what I'm saying? Those albums are just significant as those. That Purple Tape is the best, period. That
Purple Tape was
outside of it's the best album. It's the most classic album that wasn't created by Andre Young.
Yeah,
that's what I like to tell people. It's the most classic album that Andre Young didn't produce.
Yeah,
like because Doggy Style is probably it rivals that to me too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's for me, it's a dope album, but I love it because there's no fillers on that album. You know what I'm saying?
None.
Like all them joints could have been a single.
I mean, I watched the interview of 50 Cent one time, and he was talking about how he crafts his albums, how he puts whatever he's working on at that time, his favorite album. He puts them side by side like a chalkboard. 1 to 10 my songs, 1 to 10 Purple Tape. That, I guess you could say that's what I did.
Yeah,
with Baby. I gauged it against that. If it couldn't stand up to the Purple, which is my favorite hip hop album. This is why that Crack Baby has that theatrical, that story feel the way it has that texture, is because I guess you could say, lining it up to that album. I wanted, if it didn't, you know what I mean? If it didn't reach that type of feeling from me, then I was, I didn't hit my mark.
Yeah,
but
man.
The Purple Tape song, though, I love, it's one of my favorite songs on the project, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Purple, like I said, man, I don't know if you can see this, but this is right here, sitting right next to me. It's the vinyl.
You feel me?
It's right here. It's right here.
You feel me? Like, I got that thing still. It's crazy. It's 25th year anniversary of this shit this year. And I just remember as a kid just opening it up and listening to it and knowing that this was different.
Yeah.
This is something that I've heard before. And I don't even, it's like the standard was like I said, if it wasn't Dr. Dre, it didn't come up to that. It didn't reach that standard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No one else. I'm sorry. I respect to Jay-Z and everyone else that everybody else is going to be like, well, what about this album? What about that album? Well, what about this one?
Yeah.
They don't compare to that. You know what I mean?
That one album birthed a whole lot of, it birthed so many different things. It birthed fashion. It birthed language, a new language.
Somebody asked me that, like the trends that's just alone on the trends that they set. We're not even talking about the rhymes, the beats. We're even going for all of that. Like how Ghostface was a co-star, but was better than everybody's fucking main star at that time. Like, this nigga's a co-star destroying everybody who's main. He don't even got an album out. He's destroying everybody who got full albums. And he probably didn't even have a deal.
Yeah. It had you rocking Nike headbands with silk shirts. You know
what I mean? Like, with Versace shirts. We forgot about that point too. Them niggas was rocking Versace before. A lot of niggas was doing that. Big and Puff was the only niggas who was doing that.
Yep.
Pac didn't get out of jail yet. So you know what I mean? You know, it was Ghostface with the fucking Versace shirt with the headband on.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Man.
Like I said, it brought Clark Wallabies. It brought them out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? Like the business, it made a lot of money for a lot of people outside of the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that was my soundtrack. You know what I'm saying, to my life at the time. You know what I mean? As a 15-year-old, 16-year-old kid running around in the streets crazy, man. Like at one point, man, that was all I knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Crack was all I knew, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like listening to this project and putting together this project, you know what I mean? It just made sense to do a homage to my favorite album.
There we go, man. Well, let's get into this Purple Tape joint, man, and we're gonna wrap it up after this, man. Nam, I appreciate you rocking with me tonight, man.
I appreciate you having me, brother.
Crack Baby project is available on all typical streaming platforms, right?
Everywhere, man. On every single platform that you can get that motherfucker. Every single corner. That shit might be in your mama top drawer. You can find that shit on Bandcamp. I got the physical copies as well. You know what I mean? The deluxe copies. You get your T-shirt and get you the poster with the album as well. That was
gonna be my next question. I say, how can we get them to you where you can benefit from that? So the Bandcamp is the best way to go. Get the physicals and everything.
.com, baby.
All right.
You know what I mean? Nam Nitty, you can get them hard copies.
There we go.
We might have them vinyl soon too.
Nice. Now you're talking my language. Let's get to this Purple Tape joint, man, and we'll be right back. Yeah.
Yeah, knocking that purple tape to my tape top. Keep all the fake love, I don't need it, nigga. All these bitches know that I'm conceited, nigga. Flashy thug, I'm on that fly shit. All these niggas do is steal my shit. Cut out the middleman and became the boss. My kids can't afford for me to take a loss. He ain't bout that boss off. Niggas ain't gang, watch the double cross. All about $1, nigga, double up. I make plays, I don't need to huddle up. You love that bitch, you want cuddle up. When I forgot her name as soon as I fuck. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry for stunting on him. Use a trick, I get everything I want from him. Scrape the pot, hit the block, make it pop. Mossberg on me, so you know I walks with a diddy bop. I got a warrant, so I'm creeping through the back blocks. I spit it for the real niggas and the have-nots. Try to play hard-headed, get your head rocked. Knocking that purple tape to my tape pop. I got a warrant, so I'm creeping through the back blocks. I spit it for the real niggas and the have-nots. Try to play hard-headed, get your head rocked. Knocking that purple tape to my tape pop. Came with the gang, yeah, we on that mob shit. She came with you, put on my dick. Throwing up the set, hey, where we go? We're from the upper side, you already know. I ain't rap too tight, so approach slow. 40 on me, move funny, I'ma let it go. Call a plug in July, I can make it snow. Ran up on a jeweler, told that nigga make it glow. Not for nothing, just a thug nigga with a flow. These other niggas try, but I make it fly though. They say a lot of shit, but these niggas lie though. Playing big, but nobody ready to die though. You can see the pain in my eyes, yo. Some couldn't make it, them niggas couldn't survive, yo. Fuck it, we thuggin', hustlin', duckin' the 5-0. Selling this crack's the only life that I know. Fuck it, nigga. I got a warrant, so I'm creeping through the back blocks. I spit it for the real niggas and the have-nots. Try to play hard-headed, get your head rocked. Knocking that purple tape to my tape pop. I got a warrant, so I'm creeping through the back blocks. I spit it for the real niggas and the have-nots. Try to play hard-headed, get your head rocked. Knocking that purple tape to my tape pop.
Some people call that the perfect hip-hop album. You know what I mean? And Ray's way and voice and style of telling the street life. You never heard about Africans waving their arms and yellow calves, musty as a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's giving you New York.
Knocking that purple tape to that tape pop.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
I literally did that.
I was gonna follow up. So how many did you go through, bro? How many?
I bought that shit maybe 10 times. Literally in my whole life, in my lifespan, even though shout out to Steve Rifkin, you should have made the CD when they switched over from tapes to CD. The CD was red. I was pissed off.
Yeah. They should have done like a purple one with no writing on it or something like that. You know?
Tom did, man. Just a straight up purple CD. He would have sold millions of that shit. You know what I mean? I bought that shit. I bought that between the CD and the tape, man. I bought that shit like 10 times.
And I think I heard the story that the purple tape was actually a mistake. That they made it there.
This is the story. Look it up. Because like I said, this is the 25th year.
Yeah.
So he was on live, and Raekwon, shout out to the chef. You know what I'm saying? He was on live and he was talking. I forgot who he was talking. Oh, he was talking to Steve Rifkin.
Mm-hmm.
Steve was talking like, the reason he made it that way. Their purpose of thinking of it was they come from the Valve era.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you remember how the Valves used to have like the different colors. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the different colors represented the sets or the crews, whatever your crew was. You know what I'm saying? If your crew, you know what I mean, the DJ Quan crew, his people's rock the red tops. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how he looked at his tape. Like I want my shit to stand out from everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he went to Steve Rifkin. I think he said his favorite color was green. So he went to Steve Rifkin like, yo, I want a green tape. They went to the factory. He said he took Ray. I swear to God, I looked the story up. Ray said he took the nigga to the factory himself, personally, took it to the factory, and the only thing they had was purple tape. There was either clear or the purple.
Yeah.
He sold on the purple. He went with the purple joint because that was the only one they had. But that was the purpose of it, was the valve, the whole valve.
That's my product. That's my product right there.
Yeah, man. Like, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is the era we come from, so it's only right that I created what I created.
Yeah, man. Dope, man. Social media, bro. What's the best way we can find you, man?
Nam Nitty, NAMNITTY on everything. That's the real Nam Nitty on Twitter. The Secret Society with an S, replace the C. It's the Secret Society _Nitty on Instagram. Nam Nitty on Facebook. Man, like I said, you can catch me on Bandcamp, catch me on YouTube. I got all the new Flesh videos on it. I direct all my videos as well too. You're looking at a self-made machine right here. You know what I mean?
One man show, right?
Nah, you know, it's other people's that play their part. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it all start here, man. This is the foundation.
There you go. It's because I always say it like this too. You can't, if you know how to do all the jobs, nobody can get over on you. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I know I do a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? That's one thing, man. I engineer myself. I made the artwork to that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I do a little bit of everything, man. You know what I mean? I'm a fashion designer. Most of the shit you see me in the videos, that's shit that I design myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. You do some of the Monopoly merch too, right?
Yeah, I created some of the Monopoly merch as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I used to
like the, you know, whatever hat you want me to put on, man. Nam Nitty, Nam Ye West, whenever I'm doing beats. Nam Kanai, whenever you want a nice little piece or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
I hear that, bro. Oh, man, like I tell people, man, this is definitely the first time, but not the last time, brother. You're already locked in with the show, man. We've been playing the joints off the album since it dropped. Like I said, I'll be out there in a couple of weeks, and we can link up and chop it up some more, man. Do this face to face, and maybe we can get you and Jigs together and do something special out there, man.
Absolutely, definitely. I would love to, man. Invite you over here to the Society Mansion or something, man. Sit down.
Got that, man. Anybody want to shout out before you get up out of here, man?
I want to shout out everybody who got that Crack Baby project. Everybody who's checking out that Crack Baby project. Yeah. Everybody who didn't check out that Crack Baby project, because after this conversation with me and my brother, I feel like you're going to know you need to check out this Crack Baby project. So shout out to you. Shout out to my fiance. Shout out to, you know what I mean? Shout out to the hood. Shout out to South Huntington. Shout out to 11746. Shout out to the whole Long Island. Shout out to you for having me on the show, bro.
All day, my brother. All day. Dope, man. Nam Nitty joining us here in the Mixtape Show for the listening sessions. Definitely go get that joint, Crack Baby. If you grew up in that era, man, even if you didn't grow up in that era and you want some education, man, check out this joint.
I'm giving you a bird's eye view.
There you go.
Know what I'm saying? You get close enough, you get just close enough to smell the fumes, but you ain't close enough to get locked up.
There you go. There you go. It's the safest way to do it, man. This is that new reality. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to really be in it, but you'll know about it.
just close enough. Just close enough.
There we go, bro. Well, we're going to get in one more joint, man. And hold on just a second. I'm going to give you some info, man, and we'll be right back, all right?
All right, copy it.
You know, I think that you got the wrong impression about me. I think in all fairness, I should explain to you exactly what it is that I do. For instance, tomorrow morning I'll get up nice and early, take a walk down over to the bank and walk in and see you, and if you don't have my money for me, I'll crack your fucking head wide open in front of everybody in the bank. And just about the time that I'm coming out of jail, hopefully, you'll be coming out of your coma. And guess what? I'll split your fucking head open again.
Somebody say a prayer for my enemies. My attitude will probably be the end of me. Fuck it, it is what it is though. I'm ready to die, but still I'm trying to live though. Toe tagger, bitch bagger. She bad, but my bitch better. You call her wifey and I been had her. On to the next tough talk, but you really not a threat, boy. I'm as thug as it get. Put my knife in your neck, put it in for the set. Bank stop, what you got? Yeah, I'm taking all bets. I'm reckless, but live my life with no regrets. A nigga that can fuck with me ain't been born yet. Yeah, I'm just getting started, bitch, I ain't done yet. Monopoly family, nigga, the best of the best. 4-4 bulldog, that's my only pet. Look, I got family, I don't need no friends. Nigga, if it's beef, I don't see no end. dick in your bitch and send her in the wind. I got guns, I don't need no friends. Can't get you for shooting at your next of kin. I got me, nigga, I don't need no friends. Fuck y'all niggas.
I try to show growth, but they rather see the tyrant. Two things niggas respect, money and violence, Fed cups, yeah, I've been on the inside. With no joke, niggas that only smile on the inside. Born to my last breath, they gotta be the answer. When granny got asthma and mama got cancer. To you niggas that's quick to say, suck my dick. Even you gay, or ready to die for saying that shit. Bronx motherfucker, I wasn't raised no chump. And who cares if you went to jail, if you played your bump? And who cares if you from the hood, if you played your crib? Thank God we ain't get you for all the shit we did. See, jail is full of rat snitch niggas and pedophiles. Niggas who wish they capped out after they blew trial. Respect life, now them youngers be dumbin' till a judge give it to them, or nigga take it from them. Bitch, I fight demons using sparring mats. Homicides and drug sales, I've been charged for that. Have you ever fell down the one to pick you up? Your case would stay till the feds picked you up. Shootouts in broad day, I went to war with niggas. Shit is crazy seeing your face on a warning picture. Now the fuck you gon' stop me when I'm ready to ride? And how the fuck you gon' kill me when I'm ready to die?
I got family, I don't need no friends. Nigga, if it's beef, I don't see no end. I got money, I don't need no friends. Stick my dick in your bitch and send her in the wind. I got guns, I don't need no friends. Can't get you for shooting at your next of kin. I got me, nigga, I don't need no friends. Fuck y'all niggas.